So it's hard for the clock to really commit. Not that it means that the Shadow Fiend's gonna have a hard time, but it's not as strong as a lane as it would be if the Primal was offlane. So I think lane-wise, Boom did a good job. They were able to, despite not having overall last pick, get a good game going on. My question is, how much would this Primal struggle against the Bat? Because I feel like just because of Uproar, you should be unkillable. Like, the slow is way too much. That the Bat Rider, unless he has like 7, 8, 9 stacks of Napalm, shouldn't get on top of Zlatims.
Yeah, I think Slatum should be normally a-okay. The one problem though is you can get bumped in your onslaught charge by Flame
Yeah.
Break, and I think that's the deadliest part of it, so that the Primal Beast like can't run away, and that actually could be very dangerous for the Primal.
Mm-hmm. It's a decent slow as well, 15%, but you do get 40, right? Yeah, 40 with Uproar. So should be, it's gonna be interesting. You know, whoever gets boots first. There's a lot of intricacies here in this lane that, to be honest, I'm not that aware of. Batrider mid is just not something that's very common, at least not competitively.
The battle begins.
And it looks to be a 2-for-2 Bounty Rune trade. No big surprises coming through at the start of the game. But yeah, we didn't do the little prediction game. Who do you think is going to take that game number one?
Boom.
That was fast.
Like control. Like control.
Yeah,
Boom,
true.
Right?
At one point, you give him Ags and you have a troll going completely haywire in the team fight. Yeah.
They have a greedy lineup on Lava, so maybe if this goes like Giga late, you know, gonna have this Bat Rider, Invoker support, so Alacrity on a Shadowfin. They definitely have a really good push on Lava as well, even though it is worse than Boom just because they have Lycan and Tron on the same team.
It's a Bat Rider
said,
core, not a support.
Yeah.
It's the clockwork
Is this-
support.
I think this is gonna be like a Witchblade Bat. I feel like that had the Witchblade Parasma build on Bat Rider is probably the best, you know, the highest DPS you can go for.
Yeah, I think they might be lacking in DPS if he doesn't go for anything aggressive in that build, or it also depends exactly what Frank's going to go for. But probably going to be more of an initiator in this game so that he can get the arena onto the Lycan. Speaking of bottom lane, Gardic actually is not going to be able to do much against Illich. You are very right that Battery Assault's kind of useless in that lane. Also, the Lycan, once he gets a couple of points in Feral Impulse, his right-click damage onto creeps is insane.
Oh yeah. Universal hero, baby.
Boom Esports looking good in the first couple of waves so far.
Yeah, ahead in every single lane. Even this Shadowfin, like, is supposed to be a super scary boy. But obviously, right, you don't have that much mana. You have to play a bit more patient. And they don't have a Basi builder in this lane as well. Not the strongest showing here from this safe lane of lava.
Illich is doing a terrific job at microing the creep. Like a wolf blocks the small camp from spawning, so they don't even have to spend a sentry for it. There's the Inkswell, onto Gardic it goes, bottom lane. It's a little bit spooked up. They also are running out of mana pretty quickly, but it is a definite big threat that they have to be careful of in the bottom lane.
This lane should be better eventually for the SF, right? You get a couple of stacks and should be able to out CS the Lycan, or at least like bully him a lot. But that first level definitely was really nicely played by Boom. We're also going to get Lotus, and it looks like Lavas might get Lotus on both sides because the lanes are pushed in both side lanes.
I'm curious to see what the poker build is going to be. It's probably going to be drums, because I think everyone all the sports build drums in this patch. Slatum also forced to TP back, otherwise he would take too much damage from Wonderkid, who doesn't even have a point in Firefly yet. Just
it's not a bad Vessel game, right? Against Lycan.
Yeah,
Troll.
I think so. I would love to eventually see an Aghanim Scepter with the arena, but that is way down the line.
Yeah. Maybe if this goes late, we could see it. You know, you get a refresher from Roshan. Maybe you get eggs from Roshan. Just buy a refresher. As top lane, they're going for Panda here.
So Maiden tends to be one of the weak heroes. The EMP drains all of his mana, same with Picasso's mana, but he's got Fervor stacks going in onto Devil, trying to get the kill. Devil has a Spear of Mars in a second. Speaking of which, Picasso needs to be careful that he doesn't get taken down, but Picasso didn't target a single other hero just yet. Speaking of which, Janik gets the invis off and will be able to walk to safety. Gauss is doing a good job at least zoning Devil, and might even consider trying to kill him.
Oh.
Especially now that Devil missed his spear underneath the tower. Gauss has one more whirling axis, but a good tornado makes sure no damage comes through.
Good pathing by Panda as well, tanking some of those tower hits. Maybe there was a chance for another spell to connect, but now Panda is also very low.
Bottom lane, Gardic chasing in after Knight. Grimstroke. Yeah, it's just Inkswell versus Battery Assault. Annoyance on both sides. And Slatham was looking to possibly go topside, but we'll just, I guess, take a quick stack. The Observer Wood even has full vision of him. Yeah, he'll just stack it. He is struggling in that mid lane against the Batrider. Wonder Kid has forced him back multiple times.
Yeah, it's definitely annoying. At the same time though, LH with 11 denies. Sure, the Shadow Fiend recovered slightly, but the Experience War here actually on the side of Village.
Slatham closing in on his level 6. Also, the fact that he's not on the map, they don't know where he is currently, makes the side lanes a bit more scared. Primal Beast could start gargling from nowhere and charging in. One kit is level 6. Slatham needs to be careful. Actually, underneath the tower. Fortification perfectly done by Wonder Kid, so that the creep did not die. Lasso, Slatham is dead. First blood secured. Yeah, this was top tier from Wonder Kid. He gets pulverized underneath the tower, but because of the fortification, the tower doesn't focus him, and there was a creep with a fifth of his HP that just soaked up all the tower damage.
Yeah, I mean, really good last pick. They definitely showcased a lot of prowess there, as Janik is really low, but will not die to Panda. Doesn't have enough mana. Time for the Wisdom Runes here. Can you steal any of those? Doesn't look like it. This Crystal Maiden is definitely not stealing it, and
Gardic might steal it.
Gardic could?
Oh, they're actually diving underneath the tower to try and kill off Illich. And yeah, the should drop here. He's actually close range. Lumiere dies in response, but they do manage to get the kill first. However, that does also mean that you'll lose a couple of those nice souls.
Raiding Swell on the Wolf by Knight, and
Gardic.
I think he's gonna get a Wisdom.
Yeah. Knight is kind of stuck, and Gardic will be able to steal. I'm surprised that Knight let that one through.
Yeah, he like stayed in the lane for a creep.
Yeah, that was a big mistake from Knight, and now Gardic. Knight? Nope, because the Ancients were attacking Knight instead.
Alright. Not too shabby, even gets a respect tip from Knight. Or maybe it was not a respect tip, but he definitely ended up going for the right move. You know, especially when you have supporting Volker, you want to make sure that you get that extra Wisdom Rune, as he will be beaten down like a little kid.
And there's the quick charge right afterwards. Janik taken down, looking for more Gardic with the Battery Assault Lasso onto the troll. He's not level 6 yet, so doesn't have a way out. Stuck inside the cogs, and that is because will falter. So they are finding some good response kills every single time here on the side of Lava.
For sure, this is much better than I expected, honestly. Especially the side lanes, as Wonder Kid doesn't have Firefly. Has Travels, though.
Yeah, he's fast. He'll be able to get out of there. Gardic even walking back into the enemies to make sure that he will be the one sacrificing his life instead.
Panda going for a wrap around the top lane. Finds Devil.
have enough slows. Because starting off his Fury of damage. Wanting to get the kill. Spear just a second too late, but Because underneath the tower and will burn to Wonderkid, who, as you mentioned, has those bots, so he is pretty fast.
Yeah, this is honestly huge. There's no TP on Pakas for 47 seconds. He's going to stay pretty far behind here net worth-wise already. I mean, Devil is having a terrible game, but besides that, Lumiere and Wonderkid having pretty much perfect games.
Yeah, so far so good for Lava. Knight is actually pretty farmed on the Grimstroke, which is there. Yeah, there's a case to be made this game maybe for the Aghanim Scepter. Getting a Shadow Fiend illusion is really good.
Definitely, that illusion has so much move speed. It's crazy what you can do with it. As Gardic just making sure Zlatan has a bad game. He can't really do anything, but he will.
No, Tornado comes out, EMP as well. There's going to be the Lasso, drag back the Primal Beast. He's out of mana.
He
managed to get away. Slatum dropping low, Battery Soul ticking him down. But actually, he does have the Uproar to force Wonderkid back. Has the Pulverize as well if he wants to go for a play. But no, he'll just try and disengage. Knight's going to die. Slatum with the Pulverize, control them. Yeah, actually gets interrupted trying to get the Shadow Rays off. Will get it off in the end. The 2-for-2 trade. Yeah, Requiem of Souls, and immediately TP out. He does not want to last in that area.
That's a CM with boots and Windlace. It's just not fast enough to get the Frostbite off. That's so sad. Just so slow.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I mean, this is great for Lava, right? They're getting all these kills. This Batrider is snowballing. Shadow Fiend doesn't die. Tro is having... He doesn't even have a single component for his Battle Fury. I mean, a 10.
Yeah, because is surprisingly... I mean, he does have a lot of decently small items. He also went for that Infused Raindrop to stay alive a little bit longer. But yeah, we tend to see at least one piece at this stage. In the meantime, Wonderkid towards mid gets taken down. Illich kills off Gardic in the bottom lane. So, okay, boom, make a bit of a recovery there. Try and get back in the game.
Right
yeah,
there.
Obviously. Well, Gus still doesn't have his battle piece for Battle Fury, so technically we didn't curse it just yet. But yeah, I think the problem this game is, yeah, the Troll Warlord doesn't have that much farm, but Illich is really big. He's gonna get that Helm of the Overlord in no time as well, and at that point they have nothing against the Ancient Creep.
Yeah, and at the same time, Devil is having a terrible game, right? He's behind, almost behind Knight. He's not even close to a Blink Dagger. He's, in fact, 2,200 gold away from a Blink Dagger. While this Lycan is going to create a lot of space. He already has almost enough gold for his ultimate orb. And will smoke towards the mid lane here. Has Shapeshift and Helm of the Dom.
Yeah, he's looking to go for a fight towards mid. There's the Inkswell, Warbrain rated charging forward.
Go Tornado.
And Lasso onto Slatum, drag the Primal Beast back. They also have the Arena. No one else is going to get caught because Illich runs to the side. Hookshot onto Panda, Soulbind onto 2 though. And this Lycan Shapeshift is about to end, so they have to disengage. And it will be a 2-for-1 trade. Lava is not too angry about. But it does give Pakas some free farm time to get closer.
I mean, I gotta say, somehow Lava was aware that this Grimstroke was gonna come through, so that Tornado dispelled the Inkswell on the creep and canceled the Primal Beast OT. That was like the highest value Tornado I've probably seen in my life. So yeah, I mean, if there is actual... It was so early. I don't know how they knew they were gonna still end with a game where this Invoker has a lot of value, but it does. Like, just dispelling Inkswell and canceling Primal from 1500 range away is always gonna feel awesome.
Well, yeah, obviously the spells that Invoker has are just top tier. Most important thing you need is experience, which he's lacking. He's level 5 at 13 minutes into the game. That is actually pretty bad. And he also doesn't have his brown boots yet. So currently, Genek... Obviously, he does have the Urn of Shadows, but needs a lot more. Wants to get the Aghanim Shard as soon as possible because the drag back is really annoying for the Primal Beast.
And that's with 2 Wisdom Runes being picked up, right? Imagine what his level would be if they haven't picked that one up. I guess, thankfully to Invoker, his 6 doesn't matter as much as other heroes. Like, you want the experience, but not necessarily level 6, so
Yeah.
it's fine. And Clockwork is about to finish the drums you mentioned, so Invoker did go for Earn, but they will have drums soon.
Yeah, it's Voker is just a greedy support, but it's also a support that if you actually don't get any farm, it can become still have some use because of all the utility spells, but it does become really weak if you don't have any mobility or levels. That's why you see a lot of focus just go for the Hanamitis just so that they can get some levels.
As we do see
Radiant's middle tower is under
a little
attack.
bit of Panda jungling action. He's going to be scouted by Janek here. Just waiting for the connection.
Panda lassoed up, held in place. Panda taken down. When the kid gets that kill secured, quick easy pick. And there's an ancient black dragon in mid taking some damage. That's 250 gold right there. I do like the change that they made on the Helm of the Overlord. You do get the gold from when you dominate the creep.
It was really good, especially for the Ancients, as they will kill Mr. Devil. Did get to farm a little bit. He's still really far behind, but all he needs is the Blink Dagger. That's going to enable both the Shadow Fiend and the Batrider even more. Shadow Fiend, that by the way, is gigantic, level 12.
Yeah, going. Wait, is that Mantistel done? Oh no, he's just going for the Dragon Lands after the Yasha. Casual Yasha. Yeah, one thing also about this new Helm of the Overlord is you do get the ultimate orb with it. So in general, you have 21 extra all attributes, and Lycan is universal.
Yeah.
So he loves that right-click damage boost. It buffs up his Feral Impulse because it's bonus damage off of his base damage. So yeah, he already does over 200 right-click damage per hit. And then you shapeshift, you get crit on top. It's actually obnoxious how much damage you do with just one item.
It really is crazy. By the way, Grimstroke does have his shard now. So lasso, spear, anything can be dispelled. But what about Panda? Will we dispel him? Not fast enough.
Nah, you're not going to dispel a Crystal Maiden. You let that one just melt away to the flaming lasso from the Batrider.
Oh, they are set up though with a good ward.
Yeah, Illich walking in. He doesn't even shapeshift. He just walks in with that ancient creep and smacks away at his opponents. Now the shapeshift will come through. Lumiere, can he do anything in response? Nope. It's close, but no cigar. Illich will be able to actually slap him once securing the kill. Wonder Kid just dies to the dot from the Phantom's Embrace. 4 kills for Boom. And yeah, that is a turnaround that puts them quite significantly in the lead.
The fact that they're always using Inkswell on the creeps of the Lycan is so clutch because the spear doesn't stop, it doesn't push the creep away. Or at least not nearly as much as it does with the heroes. They couldn't really get the tornado to stop the Inkswell, and then the cogs locked the creep with both Mars and Clockwork inside. So definitely a bit of a misplay on Lava, but it was still like taking that fight was a huge bet that they should have not taken.
Yeah, I find it a little bit strange that you then get the shard on the Grimstroke and use it for that, but okay.
What do you mean?
That you get the shard on Grimstroke and use it on a creep?
Oh yeah, I mean, it's just because... I guess you could use it on Primal because he has BKB, but everyone else would be pushed by the Mars.
Yeah. But it's just like, you buy the shard, 1,400 bucks, and you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna use it on a creep. Why do you get a shard then? Or why you do this?
Do you think Crystal Maiden should get a... Oh, wait a second here. Should get a bonus for being close to Lycan? Just because she is a wolf with this set?
No. I guess Primal Beast should actually be getting a bonus.
Oh, you are kind of right, yeah. I mean...
Actually should be more of a Beastmaster. bonus when he's near Beastmaster, which he does because he has the drums. Technically, you do get a bonus when you're near the Beastmaster.
Lumiere.
Going in, Lumiere dropping low, taking down Slatin gets the kill, and now he is very much in tough spot. Nice arena onto 2 supports in the backline. Panda popping his freezing field ulti. He actually gets dragged back a little bit closer to the fight. The last from one to get to try and kill off Slatin. Up the high ground he goes. The PKB was used by the Batrider, but the Batrider now has no PKB available, and bomb. Knight gets the kill secured, and with that, it's looking like Lava is in trouble. Illich is shapeshift chased after the Devil, and the Devil was murdered.
The slack on last pick has been insane. You know, I gotta give it to Wonderkid though. He had a really good first 10 minutes of the game, right? Really pressured the Primal Beast, got some really clutch rotations. I really feel like Devil had no impact this game though. Like he is now behind the Grimstroke. That's like how far behind he is. He's literally just a blink dagger.
To be fair, it's impressive how much farming Knight has done this game on that Grimstroke. That's really fat, especially getting the shard pre 20 minutes with a 4-staff. That you rarely see Grimstroke have that much net worth.
Oh yeah, it is. There's already an Ags on Pakas, by the way. He definitely struggled early on, but now has the full Ags, so the Dispel. You don't really dispel anything on you that's great, but you can dispel other things that are great. You can dispel...
Well, there's some, like the Batrider sticky napalm dots, the Invoker with the cold snap is pretty annoying.
Yeah. True.
That's about it, I think. Mars slow, I guess, from God's Rebuke, but
they have the lockdown for this troll.
But he does have his ulti still, unless he gets controlled and dies.
Huh.
No, never mind. You could also just use the spell, or the magic wand.
I have a really hard question for you. Wait a second, Sunstrike doesn't land. So, if you Inkswell someone and that person gets tornado, and the Grimstroke cancel, like dispels the tornado, do you still take damage from that?
I'm actually baffled. I would assume the Inkswell gets purged because of the tornado.
It only purges afterwards though, right? Like, it should dispel once you lay down, I think.
Does it say?
Huh. Let me actually get into the weirdest discussions during our cast. Because we think of the most specific.
They literally give that spell one massive grandiose deck, by the way. Unleashes a fast-moving tornado that picks up enemy units in its path, suspending them helplessly in the air shortly before allowing them to plummet to their doom. What kind of edgelord has written this?
So it says that it applies the spell first, and then the damage, but it doesn't say if it's after you're hit or after you land.
Huh.
Oh no, the damage is applied upon losing the pizza.
Yeah, but dispel. That's what I need to know. Because I think he did have an Inkswell on him during that fight.
Yeah, I think
then
so.
He got tornadoed, but I don't think
it took away the it was dark while he was in the air, right?
Yeah, but if you dispel Inkswell, doesn't it also pop?
If it dispels before the normal duration, it should pop. But I guess, yeah, I mean, this is complicated. Because if you can pop it while it's in the air as the Grimstroke, then it should stun, right? Even if it would be dispelled later.
Yeah. This is again some testing stuff that needs to be done in demo.
Can make a quiz, like
yeah. How do
make
these
a compilation?
Actually, that is a very good one where you find these very niche combinations. Make a YouTube series out of it.
Yeah, I mean, there was a really fun one. Do you remember? I think we had like Excalibur and like Gork. I think he had like a lot of pros or big streamers, and they were like, it was a really good quiz as Devil.
Okay, getting caught. There's also BKB Zlatan gonna get lifted up inside the arena now, and the return kill seems to be imminent here for Genic. Foca rotation comes in. They're gonna quickly turn their attention towards the enemy Stormant, at least get that 1400 gold yoink away. Panda's happy. He's got the Crystal Clone, even though it costs a stupid amount of mana now. 150 for a hero that already has, like, he uses Crystal Nova plus Crystal Clone, and he's already at half mana.
Yeah, it is. It's really dumb. This poor hero can't catch a break, but you know it is a strong shard, so
He actually can't use, if he gets level 12, he actually can't use all the spells.
you're right.
Gardic.
So 400, 550. Oh, Gardic, goodbye.
Yeah,
Let me count. Die, just die, please. There we go. So yeah, 450, 600, 735. He actually can. If he, but
wait.
if he doesn't have 4 staff, he wouldn't be able to.
Let's see, 400, 700, plus 150. He barely can, so it should be 800 something.
Yeah, it's close to that. Without any stats, you definitely can't cast all.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. So he has to have perfectly full mana, otherwise he can't cast it. Like right now,
By the
couldn't
way,
cast it all.
I'm surprised the SF didn't pick up the shard, right? At least when I remember SF being like sort of viable as a right click carry, the shard was a big part of it. Just having that fear, you know, you can even cancel the primal beast. You can mess with the troll OT, even cancel Crystal Maiden's OT. I feel like there's so much value in having that shard this game. He does queue it up now.
It's also, you know, who cares about Chrysalis? You've got a built-in crit.
Yeah, exactly. I guess now that they changed the way crits work, they stack in a way, right? So it's better than it used to be. But I still feel like that shard's really good this game.
Yeah, but he was let's see. Voker has, actually Janik has a blink dagger.
Okay.
Huh. Oh wait, we're already 25 minutes into the game. He's actually pretty poor. But I was surprised he actually had something.
I mean, he is 2, 3, and 5, right? He's not having that bad of a game. It's pretty much just Gardic and Devil with most of the deaths. Gardic, obviously, as a +5 clock, he will die very frequently if you're losing, just because you initiate and die. This Invoker, there's still some potential. Good spear back.
Going in, Arena as well. Illich, he doesn't have a way out. No BKB available. Turns his attention to Gardic, gets the kill on Gardic. Actually, Devil's going to be the next target. Okay, hello, I can right click as well. And they find 3 kills on the side of Boom. That should definitely not happen. And yeah, now they're up on towards the high ground. That Lycan does do 300 auto attack damage, and he crits for 200%. So he does 600 damage with crits.
He has 3k HP as well when he's
that also
ulted,
helps.
so that definitely helps. An extra 350 that he gets.
Alternative EMP, it's obnoxious. Pops his Manta Style so that the illusions can already start pumping for more.
Nice, well saved.
Well saved from Knight. He's playing absolutely peak right now on the Grimstroke.
Really good lane stage. Really good mid game as well. They will disengage without losing a single. Organic try to blink.
Illich, he's got pretty much the money for a full AC. So the SF's damage output's gonna substantially drop.
Definitely will.
And Knight is building up the Aghanim Sept. He's already got 2 pieces. He is still really farmed. Panda might, like, Devil needs to be careful that Panda doesn't overtake him at this stage.
Yeah, does have a Nelvin tunic, but feels like the biggest problem has been that he gets ulted by a BKB primal. There's just no response, right? You have no save, you have no Lincolns, no Lotus Orb to cancel it out. So if Lumiere is the target that the primal can find, it feels like Lava just doesn't have the damage. This Batrider is not necessarily weak right now, but he's not the main source of damage. He's the displacement, he's the initiation, but also doesn't do anything for BKB besides having the OT.
Fathom actually picked up the Psychic Headband on a Primal Beast.
Ooh, that's nice. Cast range.
I mean, the cast range obviously is pretty good with the Pulverize and the Rocket O, but it's not something you see too often. Or
Yeah,
ever.
maybe he had some bad drops, right?
Yeah, it could be that
Like-
the other drops were like...
Let's say he got a Nemesis Curse, which is bad, and Vindicator's Axe,
Is under attack.
and a Paladin Sword, right? Like all those would be pretty bad.
I'm actually
Enchanted
curious.
Quiver.
Paladin Sword doesn't... Spell
Dire's
Lifesteal isn't that
structures
bad
are
on him.
fortified.
And it
Yeah, but he doesn't
increases
have
his
any
HP
base.
regen, which
Dire's top
currently he
tower
doesn't
is
have
under
it, but he's
attack.
going for a heart.
Radiant's bottom tower is
He
under
also has Kaya and Sang, so he already has that heal amplification. Spell
As
amplification.
a Primal Beast player, I would get this.
He has
every time.
spell lifesteal amplification.
It's just...
He would get spell. He doesn't have spell lifesteal.
It's not
He would
about
get
spell
lifesteal.
lifesteal. You just need to find the SF. That's all he needs to do.
Radiant's bottom
Hmm,
is fortified.
I guess.
They're gonna get a dinosaur here. That's the. Like,
That's
this
a lot of
is
money.
A lot of money.
That's
for the clock.
Slatum's little brother. I do think
There's
that
gonna be some
Primal
revenge.
Beast, like after the whole event where you had to kill him in what's it? Aghanim's Labyrinth, I think it was.
Mhm.
I think that was really cool. That was the way that they pretty much announced the new hero.
Yeah. I miss those times actually. There was some. Like, do you remember the first Lunar Year event? The one that like gave you like you had to beat this boss with 5 people, and there was like a ranking. It was like super hard, and it would give you like the silver and golden Roshan.
Oh yeah.
What was the name of it? It was like
I have no idea. All of those names blur into each other for me, but I do love. I'm a big fan of in general games, roguelites and stuff, where
Yeah.
you redo the game pretty much.
I don't know if I was younger and if it's just nostalgia talking, but I remember playing that event so much because like you actually had good rewards for playing, and it was cooperative type matchmaking, so it just made you kind of want to play with friends, and even sometimes I would play the normal queue and it was not bad. Wait a second here, because as I reminiscence, there is a fight brewing up. Look at the
Yeah.
position. That's not a bad position from Lava.
Oh, Gardic behind the pit, expecting to possibly get a Seal Lumiere. Is a bit scary though that he's also in the area. Quick
There's
wave to be
Daedalus
cut
on.
by Wonder Kid.
Okay, he actually lives. He had Daedalus on the SF. Like if they find a good engagement, maybe. Or maybe they were trying to sneak Roshan themselves, but at the end of the day, they knew that Boom was there. They have to get the hell out.
I think Valve has done some really good events, by the way.
Radiant are
Some really good events. There's also like events where you pretty much play a normal game of Dota, but there's other stuff mixed in. Those are terrible.
Yeah. I think I honestly prefer events that are cooperative. It just seems easier. Now they will Roche here, and can Gardic steal this? He has a lot of inventory slots actually. Okay, the Sunstrike will reveal it. Okay.
This is a tough one. This is gonna be a rough snipe. They need the next Sunstrike really, but that's in 13 seconds. Does he have the timer correct? It's dropping low. Nope.
Oh, so
Hook
close!
Shots in. Aegis! Oh, he had the possibility to pick it up there. It was right in front of him. Yep, indeed. Got
Alright.
it. Good opportunity to learn. You should have picked it there.
I mean, that was still pretty high. Like somehow he got the timing very, very close there. But anyways, this should be it, right? There's a 1% chance. Boom, they would have to mess this up so hard, and they have a lot of siege. What even is the...
Dire's top tower.
I have no BKB on this SF, so he can't really stand his ground, even though you have Alacrity and the Daedalus on him.
Yeah, the SF is a pretty easy hero to kill when the Lycan gets on top of him.
Alright, I know what you have to do. You have to find a lasso, drums, double 4-step on the
Village
Lycan.
is gonna get lassoed. Never mind. He is looking to die. Actually,
Standing
man
his
fighting
ground.
up against Lumiere, but there's the Alacrity buff that does significantly help Lumiere's output damage, and a big kill that delays a push. Been secured. He is building up into the BKB, and once he gets that, that play will not be repeatable.
2k damage, sorry, gold on Lumiere though after that kill, so he is relatively close to a Satanic, although he now switches it up for an MKB, and there might be a Tormentor engagement here at the same time.
Yeah, Pagaz has the butterfly, obviously also the evasion from the whirling axes, or blind, I think it is.
Dire are scared.
Oh, Tormentor, and Guardian gets a free shard.
Alright, that's a good one.
But they're just controlling the area so they can push high ground. They also have the shard on the Lycan, which summons an extra nice little wolf on the sides every single time. I think that is probably more obnoxious than anything.
Heart now up for Slatums, which is a nice item, but to be fair, this is a game where he only has 12 armor against the Shadow Fiend. Like, if they find a way to lasso the Primal Beast through Pulverize, or if they finish a Lotus Orb, which honestly, I'm not sure anyone is actually going for, you can kill this Primal. Like, this SF does an absurd amount of damage.
They are going to go up
Yes.
the high ground, charge forward onto towards Lumiere. Shadow Fiend does get saved. The lasso onto 2. Pulverize onto 2, holding them in place. No way to run. There's going to be a Requiem of Souls to try and keep them alive. Genic is dead. Does have a buyback available. Rejoins the fray. But BKBs are on cooldown. Everyone expended all their spells. Illich is trying to melt down the tower. Hook shot in onto the guy. Still has the age though, but the troll pops his ulti. Goes brrrr. Slatham picks down the clockwork from behind, and that is going to be Megas in a couple of seconds. As the troll is full fervor stacks going mad on towards his opponents. Pagaz actually doesn't have a shard, which is surprising as hell, because I think that's one of the strongest opponents of the troll. But a quick catch onto Lumiere with the short cooldown of Pulverize will kill off the SF. There will not be an SF joining the fight. 300 gold off the mark. Lava right click down by the Shadow Fiend illusion, because of the Aghanim Scepter on the Grimstroke, and Pagaz in the enemy's fountain is going to get pushed back. Still has the Aegis, but it looks to be game guarded. Hook shot in. They have no lasso for 25 seconds, and the Ancient is exposed without a fortification available.
Radiant's ancient is
Yeah, this is... I mean, they have buybacks. They're not using it. They know. They just want to call it. They just don't want to call GG.
Well, they will clean up this game on the side of Boom. They are going to dive the fountain for a good measure. The troll, surprisingly enough, doesn't take any damage in the fountain, but it is going to be Boom Esports taking game number 1 pretty convincingly. It was very even during the laning stage, but afterwards, when the actual macro gaming came through, it was all Boom Esports.